So today's lesson is rather short due to the fact that we're really going to concentrate on using a lot of the skills that we have, and that is through synthesis. Just to let you know, if you ever see this type of format, that is showing you that an oxidation is occurring. So you can go from an alcohol, that's increased oxidation in order to get the aldehyde or ketone, and it would be an increased oxidation to go to the carboxylic acid there. There's a couple of reagents that we use a lot within oxidation reactions, but these two are actually sort of the same thing because in situ they're going to make the H2CrO4. So this guy is pretty active. He's not so great for the environment, but he's pretty active. And he's going to oxidize to the fullest extent that he can. And so here's what I mean by that. If we use this with a secondary alcohol, we'll end up with a ketone. But on a primary alcohol, without breaking carbon-carbon bonds, we can end up with a carboxylic acid. So see how that's fully oxidizing to the fullest extent that the carbon has available to it without breaking a new carbon-carbon bond or any carbon-carbon bonds. So it's replacing the hydrogens with a new bond to oxygen as much as it possibly can. There's another reagent, which is basically a way to have this not be as active, which is using pyridinium chlorochromate. So that's what we term as PCC for short. And this guy will actually stop at just making a carbonyl. He doesn't go ahead and make a carboxylic acid, so it just sort of stays right there. But note that once you have an alcohol that's tertiary here, we can't have more bonds of that carbon. So it doesn't matter what you add to it, it's not going to be effective. Okay, and just some basic type of naming exercises for ethers. This is something that we'll work on more next time, but just to let you know, if you have a symmetrical ether, that would be a simple name. We're going to call that dipropyl ether. But if they're going to be asymmetrical, then what we do is we identify the longest chain, and then we identify the other bit as a substituent. So here's what I mean by that. This guy would be my substituent to this longer chain. So this becomes methoxybutane. Here, this would be propoxy, so this is my substituent, benzene. And here we could have ethoxy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pentane. And that's it.